morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another live VIP stream. It has been far too long. It's been far too long here. I Pappy. It's been like a couple of months. it's been some time here since our last Final Fantasy session. It's been quite some time. I say that we were live last week with the Valentine's Day festival, but that was a little bit different, right? That was doing the event. Here we can actually finally progress the story. Crazy. We can progress the story. We're here. We're back. Beautiful. Been too long. But yeah, it's part of our new initiative. Our new initiative on the Cranky Ducklings is we have half a day off. And what that really means, having half a day off, like once a week, half a day off, is we get to play Final Fantasy. That's all it is. Yo, we can finally take a little bit of time off every week to actually, instead of casting, we can play Final Fantasy. That's the goal. That's the plan. Beautiful. Hello Stan in the chat. Hello Sounder. Hello Werehog as well. Welcome. Good to see you. I was streaming earlier. I was laddering. Wow, the smurge was real. It was fun laddering again. I didn't win any games. I won, like, I got an insta leave. I beat like Hupside's off race, but that's Hupside's off race, and I like beat like a random player like twice. That's it. So the smurge was real, but I also hadn't ladded in like 2 weeks. So you know what? It's fine. We're shaking off all the rust. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think I should have a little bit of time to ladder as well. But at least for today, Final Fantasy. It's time to progress the story, and to remember what the story was as well, because it's been long enough that I Kira will help us remember. She'll help us. Is the day off or half on? The eternal question. True. Better than yearly. You're not wrong. You could play Mechabellum, but then I wouldn't be laddering StarCraft or Final Fantasy. I have to play Final Fantasy 16 as well. Right? I haven't played Final Fantasy 16 since like beginning of January. But again, in March I should have time to play Final Fantasy 16. I should have time. So I'll get around to it. Well, wait till you see my new PVZ build. Oh, no. You scared me already. Not like this. But I will be casting your replay tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to be casting Homeworld vs. Rebellion, the show match. And then after we finish the show match, because it's a short show match, I'll be going over viewer replays. And then our ladder session. Then we have a ladder session. So tomorrow morning, Sunday, I'll be casting a replay. Have a couple of replays to cast. 100% win rate. Oh, no. You got a new PC just for Final Fantasy? I did get a new PC just for Final Fantasy, and I played it like 3 times. I know. I mean, it has been very beneficial for StarCraft. Like, unironically, like StarCraft 2, I've been able to run more smoothly and actually use in like higher fidelity as well. Speaking of, I forgot to do something. Hold on. You just reminded me. Hold on. Actually, you just reminded me, Sound. Sorry, you just reminded me where I hug. Hold on. I have to turn my refresh rate back on. Oh no. Get me out of here. There we go. Oh, John. Display settings. Advanced display. Keep changes. Beautiful. Okay. Sorry about that. But thank you for reminding me. You're an animal. Oh no. Get to experience StarCraft 2 in 144 hertz, except when laddering. Unironically, it looks really good in 144 hertz. Like people have actually pointed it out. Like they've actually said like, oh, like since like StarCraft, it's looking better than it used to. It's like, yeah, like visually, it looks better. There's a graphical change if you look at the Cranky Ducklings from like last year to this year. 100%. Yeah, we're here, we're good, back. Also Scene. Oh, is Scene? No, Scene's good. Scene's good. I got you. I got you. Scene's good. We're okay, man. We're okay. But as always, I'm not alone. As always, I'm not alone. Just waiting for my fellow Cranky Duckling to arrive. Oh. Oh. Maybe? Soon TM. Soon TM. Oh, as always, I not alone here. I'm joined by the one, the only, the Savior Esports, and here in the Wasteland, Scoopa. Hello. Beautiful.
Hello.
Oh no, I think I broke something. Yeah, we're good.
Oh, what did you break?
We're good, we're good.
I saw you were restarting. What don't
worry about it.
What was going on?
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
Okay.
But, okay, Kira. So, I have a question for you. What was the last thing that happened in the story?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna ask you what I remember, because it's not much.
So, the last big story beat that happened, if you remember, that we were very... I remember we had a lot of... So far, we've had a lot of criticism for Heaven's Ward.
So far, Stormblood. So far, half of our Stormblood playthrough is ranting.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of, like, missteps story-wise. I'll be honest, yeah. I don't think I remember any of it. But I remember the last big story beat that happened, if you remember, was the, like, Enclave, like, the hidden area got attacked. Right? They got attacked. And did someone die? I think someone died there.
I think the guy,
yeah.
Fuck, the second guy, the second in command.
Yeah.
You know, because Yes. No, but like there were 3 people there at the hideout. There was the old guy who was like leading them all. There was the Mikote guy who was supposed to be Lisa's friend, and there was the 3rd guy. I forget his name, and he was the one who died.
Yeah. So someone died. There was like a big attack. It was kind of weird because they left for no reason. If you remember, like we kind of showed up and they just like walked away. Like the Empire. I mean, like I remember we had some criticism about like why they left. I think in lore reason, like I think they have a line that's like, oh, like they wanted to like, you know, strike fear or like, you know, give us a reason to fear them or something, and they stepped out. Still there? Never mind. The Kura just disconnected. No. We'll get back to the story update after this. We'll be back. I think Kura's PC may have crashed. So we'll start soon, TM. We'll get there. But I guess for our TLDR, so far, this is the second expansion of the game. And so far, it's been very mixed. And by mixed, I mean, we haven't really enjoyed it. It's like story-wise. There's been a lot of missteps. There's been a lot of interesting character decisions made when it comes to the story that we haven't necessarily agreed with. So honestly, it just hasn't been an amazing experience. But at the same time, it's still really early on in the expansion. So like, there's still a lot more to get through, and a lot of growth for the characters, I'm sure. So yeah, it's still, say, early to judge. From my understanding, the consensus among the community is also that Stormblood is one of the weaker expansions story-wise, which is a bit of a shame because there's some characters here that we enjoy. But yeah. But apparently, Kura, her internet died. Internet is down. So we'll see what happens. When it comes to the MSQ, we're most likely going to do these. There's some side quests here. Going to do the side quests and then progress the main story. Again, we're still pretty early in the expansion. We haven't done too much yet, so there's still a lot to get through. I probably should have like rewatched our last playthrough or something to get a refresher on things that were happening. I do like the music here, though. It's nice. It's nice, man. It's nice. Actually, can I read the journal? Yo. It's gonna tell us what we're doing. Realm Reborn. Stormblood. Yo, there it is. Kind of. Oh, there's this. What the hell was this? I think we assaulted, like, the tower? Did we? Mindful that intelligence is a key to any successful operation, Pippin, what have you, Alphinaud and Alice say accompany him on a reconnaissance mission. Your destination is a cliff to the north of Castum Velodinia. Oh, I don't think we've attacked the place yet. Okay. It's interrupted. And stuff happens. Okay. But I guess we might go on a break, I guess. I don't know when. I'm assuming Kura's Incense is going to be back soon. But if not, then we might not stream today. Should be a shame. I mean, we should be free to stream next week anyway. But yeah, it's possible that it might be something like local. I don't know. Rare. We'll see. Up. Hold on. Hello. One stream. Hello. If you're there, you're muted. What am I gonna lurk then? True. Ahí está. Alright, BRB. Are we back? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
There we go.
I have to restart everything now.
Nice. So we were talking about the story. We're talking about the story of Final Fantasy.
Hold on. Hold on. I mean, I want that on my stream too, and my stream is completely shut down.
Okay.
Because OBS also freaked out when that happened.
Okay. But nice, we're back. We're back. Good. So este milk. Este lechito. To see if I got este lechito. Give me ceviche. Give. Eventually we'll start.
I think everything is live again. Hopefully.
Yeah, we're going over what was happening in the story, and the last big event that happened, if you remember, was that the place got attacked. Right, the place got attacked. The guy died. I think one of our criticisms was that it felt like what you say, Ida? What's her name? Liz?
Liz. Her name is Liz now.
Yeah.
Because she's totally a different person.
That Liz, she is. That Liz, she didn't learn the lesson that we wanted her to learn from it, right? Where
she didn't learn any lessons.
Yeah. Where we wanted it to hit a little bit home. We wanted her to feel the weight of like I don't know, to have some
what's
ramifications, of what's happening, of everything that occurred, and that didn't really
They
happen.
realize that her actions are putting people in danger.
Yeah,
Directly.
Yeah. And we didn't really get that character growth that we wanted, so so far we don't really like the character of Liz. And there are opportunities to improve the character, but so far that hasn't happened. Probably will eventually, but right now, like it's been very disappointing. Very disappointing. And I think that's basically all that happened. I think we just came back, and I think we're planning to do something. I don't know what the plan is, but we're
planning like a. Okay, there was like a whole like offensive together with the allied companies. I feel like we should probably read the summary of what we did last time. Because there's been a lot happening.
Was that
after
after or before the attack at the Ralger's Reach, though?
I think it was after, but now they're like officially joining? ?
Okay.
Because I think until this point they didn't want to like take part because that would mean war, but now they're like, oh no, yeah, we're joining.
Right. That's something that was happening, is that we didn't like formally have an agreement between everyone, and now we do.
Yes, because they didn't want to be part of the war.
Yeah.
But now they suddenly do.
Yeah. There you go. Anyway, so that's yeah.
I feel like we're still missing something.
We probably are.
How do I complete? Where do I?
I was trying to look at the written story here, but it's yeah. So would you like me to read some of it?
Yes.
So mindful that intelligence is the key to any successful operation, Pippin would have you, Alphinaud, and Alice accompany him on a reconnaissance mission. Your destination is a cliff to the north of Castum Velodinia, which should afford you an excellent view of the Imperial installation. Your mission is interrupted by the sound of cannon fire from the east. You turn to see a column of smoke on the horizon, rising from Ralger's Reach. You realize, with dawning horror, Alphinaud's attempts to contact your comrades via link pearl are unsuccessful, all but confirming your suspicions that a coordinated attack is underway. For no other recourse, you abort your mission and race back to the Resistance stronghold. Outside Ralger's Reach, you encounter a number of fleeing Resistance fighters, as well as Kryle and Ironbelt. They tell you of the chaos within the valley, of Imperial soldiers cutting down left and right, and of a last desperate stand by Conrad. Oh, that's his name, Conrad and the others.
Yes.
His face grim,
the leader.
Alphinaud declares your place is in the Reach, and so, joined by Kryle, you press on into the bloodbath. Aided by your comrades, you manage to beat back the Imperial forces and reach your comrades. Lys is unharmed, and Conrad merely unconscious. But Ishtola is on the verge of death, her lifeblood pooling beneath her prostrate form. You turn to confront the man who dealt the blow, Zenos Ye Galvas, the Imperial Viceroy himself. Oh, it's the Viceroy. Okay. Lamenting the disappointment that was your comrade's performance, raise his blade and bids you entertain him. Though you endure Zeno's onslaught far longer than Pippin and Alice, even you are no match for him. With a flourish, the Viceroy sends you flying, the only testament to your resilience. The broken blade he flings to the earth as he turns his back on you and walks away. Raban and his immortal flame soon arrive, and he has seen enough death for one day, and orders his men to let the Imperials withdraw. Instead, attend to the wounded. After taking in the carnage in silence, Raban reminds you of that your actions save lives, and that you should remember that, no matter what happens, yet having come face to face with the Crown Prince himself, having seen the superhuman feats of which he is capable, you know exactly what it is that you will remember. I think for this, our criticism was that he didn't fight Lys, right? Maybe I don't know. There was something happening with that. If I remember correctly.
There was something happening. I feel like we should probably rewatch.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll rewatch it. It's fine.
Yeah, let's do that next time.
Okay.
Because I feel like we're missing some context. We're missing a lot of things we were mad about because they only like give you like the key moments of oh, and Rauban told you this and you felt very brave because he told you that. That's like That's not what we felt.
Yeah.
That is not what we felt.
I think we had some thoughts about about Afino and probably about Kryl as well, and probably about Lys and just everything really. But
Mostly this.
yeah. We have some side quests as well. Let's go.
Okay. But we weren't doing so.
Are we not?
I don't know. No, we can do.
Well, this quest is blue, so I don't know what this means.
Okay.
Serpent Marshal Brookstone. The hidden truth. Serpent Marshal Brookstone is in need of a soldier. Captain Duck, a moment if you would. The Alliance has seen fit to charge the Twin Adder with overseeing the occupation of Cashin Oriens for the interim. As an adventurer, I realize it is your wont to attend to matters both great and small in all corners of the realm, though it should go without saying that you must also uphold your obligations to the Twin Adder and the Elosian Alliance. Thus, I would ask for your aid in a reconnaissance mission here in the Fringes. Pray speak with Lieutenant Mulka. When you are ready to receive a briefing, she will be overseeing the operation.
Yeah, remember how we are part of a company?
We are. Okay, let's
Kind of forget about that. Technically, we are part of these forces. Do my eyes deceive me? It can't be, but it is. Merely Kadak, the Griffin's Bane herself.
Is that the first time we've been called that? What is that?
No, it's
No?
not.
What is that?
It's not.
Who is the Griffin?
And do you remember? The Griffin was the guy who was like recruiting people in Little Alamigo, and it turned out to be Ilbir.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Are you sure this is the first time someone's called us that?
I don't think it is.
It
no.
feels kind of weird to be called that.
It is weird. It is weird.
It's weird.
No, 100%. It is weird, but I don't think it's the first time.
Like we're like, because Griffin was like a terrorist.
He was a terrorist and he also killed himself.
That's what I mean. He literally blew himself up. Like he blew himself and a bunch of people up, and they're calling us his bane. We didn't even kill him.
We didn't.
We didn't.
We actually let him go.
Yeah, we did. It's a weird title, but sure, okay.
It is a weird title, yeah. But I mean, I guess they don't know what happened, right?
We,
Like, they don't
we
know
would
the
tell them.
details,
What do you
maybe.
mean? We would let them know. Everyone would know. Anyway, go on.
I guess not. Yes, the great hero who defeated the Griffin atop Belzar's wall, bringing his plans of conquest to a shuddering halt. Hold. I can think of no other title that so aptly befits your prowess.
I'm sure this isn't the first. It sounds like this is the
Maybe
first
it
time.
is the
that,
first
yeah,
time.
yeah. It's the first time. Can we tell
It's
her
still
no?
weird.
It is weird. It's not. It's. I don't like it.
A pity no one else seems to think so. But enough of that. What brings the illustrious Griffin's Bane here to Custom Orients?
I just really like. Can you stop? Can you?
It's like, you say it one more time, I'm
Look,
gonna demote you.
I appreciate it, but could you please?
Serpent Marcha Brookstone has requested you assist in my investigation. This is such an honor. I'll do my best not to disappoint you.
The bookstore.
Yes. Sergeant Bookstore. Goodness me, where are my manners? Tara Molko, military records officer at your service. I cannot offer much in the way of combat, but if you should have any inquiries regarding historical matters, you need only ask. Now then, let me apprise you of our current situation. Shortly after taking control of Castrum Orients, we discovered a number of confidential documents left behind by the Gallians. Prisoner records dating back to the beginning of Alamigo's occupation. As you might have guessed, a great many were conscripted and sent away to subjugate new territories. A surprisingly large number were executed, and as a reminder of what would happen should any step out of line. What we weren't expecting, however, was a number of prisoners listed simply as whereabouts unknown. We thought perhaps they met some ill fortune during the imprisonment, or even escaped, but we could find no other documents to suggest what became of them. Be they living or deceased, it is now our duty to find them. Not just for our own records, mind you, but their loved ones as well. They deserve the peace of mind of knowing what happened here. Whether this were a recent incident, though, it will be no easy task ascertaining their whereabouts after 20 years, but I believe I know where we might begin our investigation. The Ananta have called these lands home long before even the Alamigans came to settle here, and as luck would have it, the resistance has established cordial relations with their people. Perhaps they remember something of what happened all those years ago.
I think I would have liked this quest sooner, and I think
Yes.
And I think this quest would have been pretty. I think they could have done something better with this. Like,
I was gonna say, isn't it a bit of a weird moment to do this quest when the literal place where the Ananta were training with people was just destroyed?
yeah.
Like, is this the time?
Well, like, cause this seems really interesting and really important, but it also seems kind of weird. So we spoke, if you remember, we were talking about how like the Alliance didn't really want to officially go to war, right? Mm-hmm. But Shadow Lion, that I think could have been interesting to like spend like a quest or two getting into, which is apparently like a bunch of they just killed a bunch of their own prisoners. I should say they killed a bunch of people here that they had held prisoner. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I feel like delving into that could have been interesting. When it comes,
I mean, what
to,
would you want to like delve into? Like this?
No, when it comes to motivation for the Alliance to like actually go to war, sort of thing, right? Like a reason as to go into this. I don't know.
Do you think them killing prisoners was a reason for them to go to war? I mean, I feel like they kind of expected this to happen. Like,
well, that's why I said to delve. I don't know. Maybe they killed some important people. I don't know. Like maybe like that's what I mean, right? Like, like you can make something up with that. I feel. But yeah.
Okay.
Ananta.
Hey,
Right.
where's this other
Welcome.
guy? She doesn't have anything to say.
Okay. So I hope they have something to say. Okay.
Alamigan prisoners captured 20 years ago. Why is she not making the S's? What happened?
It's there.
Ah. Yes, I remember. When the Gallians gained their foothold here, they interned any and everyone. Striders, Ananta, it mattered not. Most were forced to serve in the Gallian army, in the Gallian military even, dispatched to other lands from which they would never to return. If I'm not mistaken, for prisoners the prisoners who remained were taken to a small village to the south. I cannot say what transpired there, but the settlement was heavily guarded. I fear the worst for them. Why does she only do some of the S's? It throws me off. A settlement to the south? Why, that would have to be Bittermill. I recall records of its residents seeking asylum? How do you read that?
Asylum.
Asylum. Asylum?
Uh-huh.
Asylum. In Gridania, when the Guardians first arrived, the place was all but razed to the ground. Let's begin our search there. Perhaps something of value still remains in the rubble. Ah.
A punch.
She says that her sisters were also taken.
Okay. We should have 2 quests down there, right?
Huh? I don't know. I only have 1.
You don't have. Okay, never mind. Anyway, I have a botanist quest down here.
Ah, okay. I haven't done botanist.
Oh, look, there's an ethereal current.
Where's my quest list.
Okay, you can get the quest. Sorry, the current.
Okay, there it is. Why was my
Lunch.
quest list there? Okay, hold on. My quest list just decided to teleport.
Did you get the current?
No, hold on.
That's why we're here.
How do I leave? Okay.
It's a big bear.
It's a bit bit. Oh, and he's chasing us.
Nah, it'll be fine.
There are two of them.
It'll be fine.
Oh, there she is. Missed
Why
her.
is all this still on fire? This happened 20 years ago.
Forever on fire.
Happened literally 20 years ago. Okay.
They're keeping the fire alive. I don't know. Where are you? Ah, okay. What are Galleons doing here?
They cannot be allowed to leave. Get them.
Oh, they're here. One remains.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Goodness, that's smart. Perhaps I should have devoted more time to combat training. Though no amount of training would make me a match for the renowned
God.
Griffin's Bane. That was a magnificent display. I hate her.
No.
Carlian soldiers were certainly the last thing I expected to find in these abandoned and otherwise forgotten buildings. I managed to catch them unawares, but I'm quite certain this investigation would have ended poorly had you not arrived. Still, I find this quite curious. By all rights, the Guardians should be too busy contending with the Resistance to waste time in a place like this. What were they doing there? I'm afraid our search for answers has only raised more questions. If we are to make sense of any of this, we must search this place from top to bottom. After my heart returns to my chest.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Why is she coming with us? Like, yeah.
I don't know. She doesn't look
she's
like
she's a record keeper. She just said she's a record keeper. Why is she? I feel like the point of a quest like this is that we go and do it ourselves, and she chills, and we report back to her, right? Like,
Yeah, probably. Yeah, or maybe she will clear the way and then she arrives.
Lieutenant
I guess
Mulka
not.
seems to have regained a sense of calm. She's calmed down.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I fear the battlefield is no place for a bookworm. If the gods are kind, we'll encounter no further distractions.
It's like, you're right. Why are you here?
Yeah, it's like, why are you here? Now, let's begin our search. We'd like to cover more ground if we split up. Hopefully, there is still some trace of the prisoners left here. I would like to remind you that we just escaped from 2 giant bears, and she's not made for combat.
Okay, there's some footprints over here.
What could go wrong?
Come shine your UV lights. Let's find some
Okay.
some fluids.
I forgot my lamp.
We'll send the hair follicles back to the lab. Upon closer expansion of the ground, you see footprints. Some of them appear to be fresh.
I mean, we just made them, maybe?
Or the people that we just killed.
Or the people that just killed.
Locked door.
Also, I like, isn't the Guardian army made of the people who were imprisoned? Wouldn't they be locals, maybe?
Yeah, they should be. The cloying stench of the rotting debris fills your nostrils. You're unable to discern where the odor is coming from.
Oh, are they all still inside and they're just dead?
It's been 20 years. It's been 20 years. I feel like those bears back there would have eaten the corpses by now. Okay,
No, but the doors is closed. That's what I mean. That like they just
yeah,
close
they lock them
inside.
when they finish eating.
Ah, okay.
They're not
I forgot
animals.
the
They
birds were
have
right.
manners. God. And we're looking for one final clue. It's probably in this building, actually.
But we cannot get in, can we?
We'll ask the bears for the key.
Okay.
This house is much too clean to have been abandoned for 20 years. Okay. So we found a clean house and a dirty house.
Okay. Great investigation. But I come back and she's like been eaten by a bear. Ah, Mirika, thank goodness. I found someone while inspecting the houses. He seems unwell.
Unwell. Unwell? No, definitely not. Certainly not. Yes, we're quite fine. But what of you? A little girl, dressed in strange clothes? Quite strange. Quite strange.
What? You have some nerve? Regardless of how I look, I am a ranking officer of the Order of the Twin Adder, thank you very much. Now, who are you and what business do you have here?
Who? Yes, who? An excellent question. You are you, but who are we? Yes, we are you, and you are him. He is I. What?
Shit.
We would like to know very much, very much.
Oh, is he actually a kobold or like a goblin? You don't remember? Well, is there anything you can remember?
Remember. Yes, something about this place, something familiar, something quite familiar.
Oh, let me screenshot this because this is definitely not a quote. I would say. It's like, remember? Oh, memory. Erika, this is only a hunch, mind you, but I suspect he is not from this place. Considering he's Elezen, he's likely a Gridanian escaped from the Guardians. Or perhaps... could he be one of the missing prisoners? It would certainly explain the Gallian soldiers from before. We need to take him back for questioning. Excuse me, sir, but would you be willing to come back with us? At the very least, it would be more comfortable than this the what? Dilapidated houses. And we may be able to help you recover your memory.
Memories. Sweet memories. Yes. We like them very much. Very much.
Alright then. Let's return to Castamorians. Now, my browbeating commander will likely wish to meet you. I suppose it can be helped.
Are we seriously not opening the locked door? We're the Griffin's Bane. Like, we can knock it down. Like, what?
No.
Are we really not?
No. It smells too bad.
Are we just... Is our investigation of this place just checking the doors of these houses and not going inside? Like, what's happening? Like, what?
Yes, we like knock on the doors, and if nobody responds, that means nobody lives there.
Okay. Like, unironic, like, what just happened? What are we doing? What the fuck is this? What kind of investigation are we performing here? It's like, check the houses.
Investigating.
They're locked. Yeah, they beat us.
They
They
are
locked the door.
houses.
They locked the door. What can we do? We can't go inside. Is that, oh, they've been abandoned for 20 years. No, but that'd be rude. What about the... What about
it would be rude.
The children of the owners of the house, you know? What can we do? Our hands are tied. Oh. You can't, like, look through a window or something? No. Can't look through a window.
Nah, there are no windows.
No windows. That exist. The windows didn't exist 20 years ago.
That's a new invention.
Alright, Tala.
If he really is one of the missing prisoners, this could be the defining moment of my career. Even Serpent Marshal Brookstone is sure to take notice.
We'll call you the prison finder.
Surge dog.
How does that feel, Tala? Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Serpent Marshal. Possibly one of the missing prisoners, you say. I expected such wild claims from Lieutenant Zamolka, but if you would corroborate her reports, perhaps this warrants investigation. Until further notice,
I never said that that's the case.
he shall stay under the protection of the Edelstein Alliance.
Sir, with all due respect, you cannot just...
Lieutenant Molka, get this man a hot meal and a warm bed. When he's had a bit of rest, see what he knows of Bittermill and the Garleans. It shouldn't be long before we reach a resolution to all of this. You're free to wait here till she finishes questioning our new detainee. Okay. Seeking answers. The look on Servant Marshal's Brookstone's face suggests he has grown tired of waiting. He's really hungry.
He is. I mean, he hasn't eaten for 20 years.
I imagine Lieutenant Molko has finished questioning the detainee by now. Go and see what, if anything, she's learned.
She's learned that he likes beef. Oh, Mirika, I've just finished with questioning. Unfortunately, he can recall absolutely nothing of his past. The only thing he's certain of is that he escaped from Garlean captivity. I'm beginning to believe he really is one of the missing prisoners. But where does Bittermill fit into all of this? I fear we've reached an impasse. It's not as if we can ask the Garleans what they were doing there. Or perhaps we can. The soldier who escaped us earlier must know something to have been prowling around the area. He has to be taken into custody. Come, Mirika, we must speak with Serpent Marshal Brookstone about assembling a search party. No stone can be left unturned.
Why didn't we capture him to begin with?
He's like, he's like 3 days way away.
Uh-huh. Why
He's
didn't
gone.
we capture him at the
Picked
beginning?
up a car.
Like, we're at war right now, right? Like, what? I don't... Okay. You wish to capture the soldier you encountered at Bittermill. Well, you should know I've already dispatched a reconnaissance team. After reading Lieutenant Molko's reports, I thought it prudent that he be apprehended immediately. I don't know why you didn't to begin with.
Hold on.
You know we're at war, right?
Hold. After reading her report, we dispatched a team immediately, which means she had time to write a physical written report by the time she handed it. It's probably been days.
Look, he's doing his best, okay?
He is doing his best. I feel like at this point the guy is long gone, you know?
Therein lies the rub. We lack the manpower to sufficiently survey the area. In fact, I was just deliberating over who I should call back to make a sweep of Owen's stash.
There's no need for that, sir. Mirika and I will go. I realize I'm not the ideal scout to assist in this, but we have to find them. She doesn't even wait for a response. She's gone.
That's fine.
This is fine.
I don't know where I'm going.
Oh.
Oh, I do now. Excuse me.
Yeah, why are you making the local flora upset?
We trespass on their houses.
Oh. On your guard, Minika. I have a bad feeling about this place.
Yeah, maybe we should go in first. I don't know, maybe.
Maybe. No. Nah, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Wounded Imperial. Ah.
We found him, Minika. We really found him.
What? What are you...
His wounds. If he's not treated soon, he won't be telling anyone anything. He's like to bleed out if left unattended. Go and tell Serpent Marshal Brookstone we found him, and he needs medical assistance before he can be moved. Did we teleport him, to be fair? I guess not.
That's okay, we'll teleport
We can
ourselves.
teleport. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, hold on. 1 second.
It's fine.
Because it's not like this is like something specific to us. Like, this is like common technology.
Huh.
Like, people use this.
My men have searched high and low, yet there's no sign of this runaway soldier. We found him.
We found him. It took us 2 minutes.
Found him at Owen's stash. Say no more. It's like, but he's dying. Say no more.
We're sending our best fighters to take him down. I know he's very dangerous.
Attention, this is Brookstone speaking. Subject has been found at Owen's stash. I see he's looking. Oh, he's crazy. Look, he's using a link pearl.
What? What?
Oh my god.
No, hold on. He's a high-ranking officer, so he has the bonus like company plan. Okay.
No, but
Specifically him.
but that means that everyone that he's communicating with also has a link pearl. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
He's talking to everyone.
Yeah.
he's giving like a
It's
like
that
a broadcast.
it's that Grand Company special, you know.
It's crazy. This might be one of the first times we've had an NPC like this use a link pearl. By the way, like
No, actually not. Like specifically, the Grand Companies use them more often.
okay.
I'm not saying all the time, but we've seen Grand Companies specifically use
It's like, don't you think you should use this more often? It's like, no, we only use this during side quests. Referring to not during the main story. Okay.
Not when it's important.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Look, the plan is limited. It's a good plan, but it's still pretty limited.
Yeah,
There's no good reception here.
we don't have the data for main story quests. That's yeah, the charge rate is a lot higher there, but for side quests, it's very cheap actually. It's very cheap. Okay. Thank you.
We have 3 minutes actually.
This is Brookstone speaking. Subject has been found at Owen's stash. I repeat, the subject has been found at Owen's stash. He's severely wounded and in need of medical attention. It's like I didn't say. Wait, why didn't we just link pearl him from the? Wait, wait.
Why didn't we just call
Why
him?
didn't we just call him if he's calling everyone else? Why didn't she call him? Because she's a part of the Grand Company as well, so she'd have a link pearl to him. This doesn't make any sense.
I mean, we have a link pearl and we are part of the company. Like,
no, but she's an officer as well. Though.
I know.
She'd have one.
Yeah, but like, I'm gonna assume there's like, oh, maybe they have like a limited number of link pearls, so they only give it to people who are going to the mission, and she didn't wait, so she didn't receive one. But we know we have a link pearl and we are part of the company, so we should be able to contact him.
This doesn't make any sense. Why are we manually walking to you and like giving you a letter when we can literally just text you? Like we just that's what just happened. It's like, what's going on? Excellent work. Perhaps we can finally get to the bottom of all this. Bitter mill business. Hello, streamer. I'm new to the game. Which healer is better, Scholar or Astrologian? Astrologian. We don't know. We're also very new to the game as well. But the benefit of Final Fantasy XIV is that you can play any class you want, and you can switch between them.
Yeah, you can multi-class.
Yeah, you can multi-class. So you can play one, and you can play the other, and they both share the same gear. So you can. There's no like.
For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part, except for the weapons. So you can try one, and you can very easily switch to the other and try them both out and play what you enjoy the most. When it comes to like what is like meta or what is like statistically better than the other, that only really matters for like high-end rating. If you're not doing that, whatever it is that you enjoy most, you can get away with playing. So yeah, again, if you
I mean, when I tried healers, I started from Conjurer, so White Mage, because it fit thematically with my character, but I actually feel better at Scholar. Like Scholar is just more comfortable for me. But like it's really what it is. It's whatever is more comfortable for you.
Yeah.
Whatever like it feels better.
Yeah, like you can see here, like I am level 70-ish, like in every class. So you can just switch, you can just mix and match. You can just mix and match. You can play whatever class you want. So you shouldn't feel too tied down to one class, or you shouldn't feel too like stressed out about like picking only one thing and only leveling one thing, because you can very easily kind of switch to another thing as well. So it's very casual in that sense, or it's, I don't know, very, very considerate of your time in that sense. You don't have to create a new character for another class like another game.
Yeah, I feel like that's generally the theme of Final Fantasy XIV, that it like lets you appreciate the game without like, you know, too much like time spent in a way. I don't want to say time spent because we've been playing this for years and we like no way, but like, you know, if you don't want to put like too many hours into it, you don't have to, and you can still enjoy the game. Like,
Okay.
you can do whatever you want.
Honest truth. Serpent Marshal Brookstone is eager to know what became of the injured Gallian soldier. Oh, he died. By all rights, my men should be back by now. Go and see if you can find Lieutenant Smolko. I want to know what those Gallian dogs were up to.
It's actually like his brother that was just part of the Gallian force, and those were like their siblings that we just killed.
Huh.
I mean, I don't feel weird with like, you know, we just straight up dispatching them when.
Look, am
we
I
don't know who
crazy?
they
Look,
are.
okay, look, I'm just thinking of how things work IRL right now. Okay, look. If you have a superior that's looking for some, if wants an answer about something, okay, you know what you do? You probably just send an email. But if you don't have emails, you just fucking call them, right? Like why? Like what?
No. You cannot use link burst because this is top secret information. Okay, someone could hear you.
What do you mean? We're in the same stronghold. There's probably like 3 minutes because it's like LAN, right? Like local calls.
Yeah, somebody could like, you know, track the conversation because it's local and stuff.
What,
it's
like
not
another
like
soldier?
you could just walk 2 blocks and like talk to her because they're literally like next to each other.
Exactly. Okay.
Mirika. I'm happy to report we managed to bring him back safely and not a minute too soon. I plan to speak with him shortly after returning, but the healers won't permit anyone to see him until he's settled and the bleeding stopped. I imagine we won't have to wait very long. Would you mind waiting here with me? I'm certain the healers will have him up and walking about soon.
This is literally one of those things where it could have been an email, you know? Just
It could have been an email.
Launch.
It seems he's finally fit to speak. I don't expect you to be grateful, but I'd like to remind you, you likely wouldn't be standing here if we hadn't found you in that cave. Now, start talking. What were you doing out there at Bittermill?
We were looking for someone, an escapee from one of our facilities. He'd lost his memory and was otherwise mentally unstable, so we knew he couldn't have gone far.
I believe the man you're speaking of is already in our custody. We found him seeking shelter in Bittermill. He claims you captured him, though he cannot recall where.
So, he returned to Bittermill after all. I guess the past came back to haunt him, even if he can't remember it.
Listen, my superiors are not like to show you any leniency. If you tell me everything you know, I will do all within my power to see your life is spared. Do we have a deal?
Miss, I may be dressed in their uniform, but you'd be mistaken to believe I owe the Guardians any allegiance. I will gladly tell you.
Yeah, I was gonna say like because
Yeah.
I understand that like in the battle, like sure, like you know some things are necessary, but like this was like a small contingent, so like it's probably easier to just capture them and talk to them,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. 20 years ago, a group of prisoners was relocated to Bittermill to assist in the Guardians' more unorthodox experiments. They wanted to create a new chemical weapon, one that would leave buildings untouched while killing any and everyone it came into contact with. Black Rose, I believe it was called.
That's horrible.
Their intention was to drive back Elosian forces without wasting any of their own on the front lines. Of course, it wouldn't know if it really worked without willing volunteers, and what better place than a village long since abandoned by its people. Not a single prisoner survived, their test proving a resounding success. It was only a matter of time before Black Rose would be deployed, or so they thought. To the surprise of many, the project was shut down before Black Rose could ever be used. The order came from the legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion, and interim leader of the Alamegan province, Gaius von Balser. The Black Wolf would not allow the senseless murdering of Elosian people. He saw them as future subjects of the Empire to be ruled, not savages to be slaughtered. Everything was to be destroyed, but the man behind the project would not see his work wasted, and ran off with the last remaining samples of Black Rose. He was promptly apprehended, but he had already hidden away his work. They used every heinous tool at their disposal to make him talk, yet he would not, or rather could not, tell them where he hid it. The doctor had already gone mad, and couldn't remember a thing. I can only assume one of his experiments went wrong and ruined his mind in the process.
Then that means the man we found earlier.
Aye, that's him. Ah.
Uh-huh. What's his name?
Grillamias, but we call him the Grill Master. Ah.
Yes.
Former head of research for the 14th Imperial Legion. This is what I mean. First things first. This quest feels out of place because again, it feels like this is one of those things that you find out that like again that motivates like the Alliance to like step into the fray sort of thing, and this should be one of the things that you find out ahead of time, and is maybe one of the many things that pushes them into making that decision. Also, I feel like this should maybe be MSQ. I don't know. It's kind of interesting to hear, right? Like to hear about like a chemical weapon like this that was going to be used, that was effective, and then you find out that Gaius.
The guy who shut it down.
Yeah, he shut it down not because he's honorable or anything. I thought that's what they were going to say, that like he wanted to like fight people like man to man or something. But no, he was like, no, I don't want to kill these people. I want to rule them. It's like okay, but like that's
No. I mean, I guess I wouldn't put it as honorable, but like it's still like seeing them for something more than just than just like meat for slaughter.
Yeah, and it's like it's interesting. It's interesting to learn that. And I feel like I don't know. I feel like this quest it feels a little bit mishandled because I feel like the subject matter has a lot of potential with what it can do because it feels kind of important, right?
Yeah.
To be left to fucking Molko. Like, I don't know.
Who clearly is very competent at her job.
Very, very.
She definitely is not trying everything in her might to be noticed by Senpai. But like, it's also like there's the other part of the quest that bothers me, that like we killed the other two, but like this guy was left alive, and we're like, oh, we're not gonna show you any mercy. It's like I live here. Like he's probably local. For
No, but yeah, 100%. But like that, this is also why like this feels like an important like intro quest, just because like you could then I don't know, you can set up the idea, and that's kind of what they're doing. Maybe we'll see. Set up the idea of like coming into this war. What's a little bit more complicated is that a lot of the people that you're fighting are probably people that like used to be a part of the Erosian Alliance, right? So like there's a little bit more depth as to what's happening, and a little bit more cruelty
not say
as
the
well.
alliance itself, but like they are not like Guardians. They are all people who haven't been taken.
Well, I mean, in this quest line, they literally said like, oh, you know, maybe like, one of the questions that she posed was like, oh, maybe he was from...
he may be Gridania.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, he might have just been someone taken from Gridania as well. And that's also something that happens, right? Like, people taken from Gridania because it's right next door, or people from Alamigo, or just prisoners from wherever, right? That they just get, like, conscripted into the army against their will, because if they don't, they just die. Because she literally just said that most of the prisoners were killed, sort of thing, right? Like all this is like pretty like heavy stuff.
I feel like they said that they were killed to be given examples what happens if they don't listen.
Yeah, like, and it feels like this deserves a little bit more attention, sort of thing. I feel like this quest line can be expanded upon in an interesting way, and they didn't, which is kind of weird, because it's like, yeah, I don't know, it's kind of weird. So Taha.
Oh, does he say anything? Oh, he says something. My orders were to capture Grill Master and destroy whatever evidence remained of his work in Midterm. We failed to find anything, but it's there. You can't kill that many people and leave nothing behind. I can't believe that incoherent mess of a man was a scientist in service of the Guardians. I think we've heard enough. Thank you for your cooperation. What do you think, Bienica? A part of me wants to believe it isn't true, but I see no reason why he would lie to us. There has to be some way to substantiate his story. If the entirety of Bittermeat was used for the experiments, it would be no easy feat to do away with the evidence of such a massive operation. No, there would have to be some lingering traces of their work. And if they couldn't dispose of it, their only option would be to bury it. Bienica, we have to go back to Bittermeal. Are we gonna open the door?
Is that the only option they would have to dispose of it? To bury it?
No.
No.
Burn it?
To burn it, yeah. It's been 20 years. Like what?
Yeah, and that's generally isn't that also what like happened with like plague victims and stuff? They like burn it.
I mean, I guess we say that, but like the bodies would be buried regardless. So I guess we're gonna dig up bodies. Yeah. Like that's what's gonna happen. I guess.
Yeah, with no equipment as well.
That's okay. We'll send it back to the lab. We'll analyze the corpses.
Okay. Okay. Just dig up one bone.
It's gonna help this guy fight this thing.
I mean, He's fine. He's fine.
I mean, he is fine. Yeah, he's level 100. He's fine. Or do you want to fight it?
Like, I don't want to, like, steal it from him.
You don't steal anything. It's shared.
Yeah, but, like, maybe he wants to solo it.
I don't think he does.
So do you want to help? We can help.
Okay. Oh, God.
Hold on. That's a very angry thingy. Sorry, they past half health.
He's not a blue mage or anything, is he?
Huh?
He's not a blue mage or anything, is he?
I don't know. He's a paladin.
Okay.
Huh? There's no escape.
Doesn't do anything. Nice.
Nice.
Got some tombstone.
Did you see his mouth?
Is that like a massive cat? What is that?
It is like a cat plushie. It's like a Lalafell in a cat plushie. Oh my god.
Nice. Hold on, it's just back.
Alright, let's split up. There has to be something here, and I'm not leaving until we find it.
Okay, what if we open the doors? Ah, it's crazy.
No. Never open the door.
It's crazy.
Why would you do that? That is somebody's house. Oh, we can talk to her. She's here.
The soil's right there. But sure, sort her.
Does he have anything to say? I don't doubt what the man said, but the thought of all those people dying on this very ground is revolting. Part of me hopes we don't find anything.
Barren soil.
Like, if it was 20 years ago, like, it wouldn't be very obvious, would it?
Yeah. Like, this isn't like they, like, nuked the area with radiation sort of thing. I guess that's what they're trying to, like, they're trying to make it analogous to that, I guess? Maybe? Maybe.
No. I think I don't know, actually. So your chat is having a lot of fun.
I heard ceviche. Oh no. Ah. The faces. Es the Asher. Es the Sounder. Okay.
Did you try to look at the window?
Your digging reveals a small metal container, though you probably shouldn't touch it. Lieutenant Smoko will want to know what you found. Alright,
Why shouldn't we touch it?
bring in the bomb team,
What?
the bomb squad.
Hold on. What internal voice tells that, oh, we found something, we shouldn't touch it,
Yeah.
unlike everything else that we found?
I don't know. It doesn't make any
Why?
sense. There's no reason for us not to touch it.
You found something? A metal container. Could it be the missing sample of Black Rose?
I'm gonna find the missing sample of the bracket. What?
Oh, you found this? This must be Holy Grail. I mean, what else could it be? It's like, it's so random. So he was telling the truth after all. There's no time to be sentimental, nor hasty. Any mishaps in handling that container could prove disastrous. Let's report Black to Serpent Marshal Brookstone. Keep saying Brookstone.
You found something. Oh, it's a nuclear warhead. You found it.
Yeah,
The
it's like,
proof we needed.
why is that your first reaction?
Well, no, not even why is it your first reaction? Why is that what we found? Because most likely that is what we found, but like why? Like that's this could have been handled in a more delicate manner. Like finding, evidence of, of what happened. Which would be more
Of
interesting.
the fact that it was used there
Yeah,
in some way?
exactly. That's what I mean. That's why I thought we were digging up bodies. To find out how the people died, maybe, but anyway.
Like, how did we know what we're looking for?
Well, remember the guy,
Didn't
like,
work,
the guy in passing said that, like, the guy hid, like, a sample somewhere, but, like, it's...
I guess, but like, but still, what would we? How would we know what we're looking for?
Yeah, there's no reason for that.
No. We've discovered the identity of the man we thought to be one of the missing prisoners. He is Grillmaster, former chief of research for the 14th Imperial Legion, who oversaw the manufacturing of a chemical weapon known as Black Rose. After a thorough survey of Bittermeal, we've discovered that what we believe to be a sample of this weapon. We'd like to request assistance in retrieving it.
Yo, this conversation should be a phone call.
No,
like,
click,
because we just left the sample to rush back here to then run back to get it. Like, shouldn't we call?
We left the sample. Not only did we leave the sample, we also left it uncovered so anybody can find it.
Yeah, like this should be a phone call. This 100% should be a phone call. Like, why?
Click. I want your reaction. Click for the next line.
This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. Why would we leave and then come back? This isn't like the fucking. This isn't like prehistoric era, like where we. Oh, we have to talk to each other face to face, man to man.
Yes, we cannot even send a pigeon. We have to do it specifically ourselves.
No, not even it. We have phones. We have phones. Characters are playing Diablo Immortal. Like, we can call people. It's fine.
Yeah.
Attention. This.
That's what I was waiting for.
This is Brookstone. A container we believe to contain a Gallian chemical weapon has been discovered at Bittermill. Could you please go and get it? I don't know why I wasn't just told this. This is a PSA to all people listening to me. You know that this is not one way. You can actually call me back and talk to me. It's crazy, I know. Like, it's the technology of link pearls. You can call me. Please call me. So lonely.
Please, this should have been an email.
It should have been. What's happening? What is happening to this military?
As for the missing prisoners, they were used as test subjects for Black Rose. There were no survivors. Sir, I don't believe we should allow the risk of such weapon falling into the wrong hands.
I agree, Lieutenant. After the weapon has been safely moved to a secure location, rest assured, we will see to its disposal. What's that mean? He's literally calling in the bomb squad. Let's go. As for the Grillmaster, his fate resides with the Council. Considering the weight of his crimes, his punishment will be quite severe.
I almost pity the man, but memories or no, his crimes cannot be excused.
Lieutenant Smolka, Captain Duck, you've done well today. I'm sure you're both quite tired. Go and rest. You've earned it.
Actually, I think I'll be heading back to Gridania to write up a report. The events of Bittermill needs to be recorded, that we might prevent such atrocities from happening again. I wish I could accompany you a while longer, but I'm sure the Great Griffin's bane is needed elsewhere. Thank you again for all your help. I look forward to adding your feats of daring to our record someday.
I'm about to invade Iraq in 2003. Not quite. I get where you get. I understand the parallels, and there are some parallels with some things that are going on, but not quite.
I think the Final Fantasy team was going for parallels from way older times.
Yeah. This is
you
more,
can like clearly see that in some of the lines.
Yeah. This is a lot more like, World War era stuff.
Yes, this is like World War II.
100%, like more World War II era stuff.
Like there are like clear references.
Yeah, like death camps and like chemical weapons and experimenting on prisoners and all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, even the fact that we are specifically being told that like this army is made of people who were just taken, which is literally what happened when like Germany took over certain regions.
Yeah. It's all. Yeah.
And not German, and not just Germany, I assume.
Mm-hmm. So a little bit further back, a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the last that we're gonna see of Moko, or is she gonna be a recurring character?
No. She will come back.
No, she'll be back.
She'll be back.
Ah, no.
I don't know how long it will take, but she will be back.
Oh boy. But yeah, like I feel like this quest line holds some significance, and it feels a little bit mishandled. It feels a little bit like especially the end as well, right? Like the moral like quandary of punishing this person even though they have like amnesia, right? Like they don't know what it is that they did, or we assume they don't know. And technically they could be faking it, but we assume they're not.
They could be.
Like that's also like a little bit complicated, right? But it's also complicated because it's also possible that maybe they intentionally like got rid of their own memories, right? Like maybe that was intentional,
but also,
or, like we don't know.
I also feel like there's another layer to this where we had the whole like conversation about, oh, this guy told us that they made the weapon and all of this, and I don't know if we can believe him. I think he's saying the truth, but you know, he is still part of a foreign like military, so we have to be careful about that. And then we find a box. We don't know what's inside. Like this could be like family heirloom. This could be anything. And we're like, oh, the guy is clearly telling the truth because we found the box.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that I think the guy is lying, because I think he's not, but I feel like we should be way more cautious in like formulating, you know, conclusions to our investigation based on what we know.
What's in the box? Oh no. What's in the box? Not like, okay. We don't know what's in the box. That's fine, they disposed of it, don't worry about it. They blew it up.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It will never be brought up again.
Alright, we should probably... I'm pretty sure we already spoke to every individual person here, but we probably should do it again. Oh, Conrad's alive! Wait, who was the one that died? The other guy.
The other guy, I told you. The other... Conrad survived, but he had another Alamigan with him. And he was the guy who we saved way back when in South Shroud.
Yeah. Okay.
South Shroud? The Shroud.
Sort of Naga.
Mango?
Mango.
Yeah, gods, the pain. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Oh yeah, because I think she was like injured and she was not supposed to move.
Nice.
I forgot Kryle. Kryle is just like below the table.
I give a fuck about Kryle, okay?
Aww.
Look at this.
Aw, poor Kryle. She did nothing wrong. I can't deny a part of me wants to stay and fight, but I know I'd be more use to you and the others.
Oh, are we going to Japan? Is that what's happening?
Oh yeah, I remember. We just leaving.
Yeah, and I believe, okay, it's kind of coming back to me that it's weird that she's coming with us.
Yes, because she's literally tied to this place and not the other place.
That she shouldn't. But I think we spoke about how I don't know. It's not all coming back to me. Okay.
We really should watch previous episode.
Kryle, sweet to Kryle.
She doesn't say anything good. You've said your piece, yes? Now would you please return to bed? You'll never recover if you carry on like this.
No, but in general, like, it feels weird to leave when it feels like things are just now starting here, right? Like,
yeah, it feels like things are currently being heated here.
Yeah, like we're about to start a counteroffensive ? So like, why are we leaving? I feel like we shouldn't leave. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and more importantly, Liz shouldn't leave if she wants to, like, you know, be part of the rebellion or whatever.
Yeah, and if you remember, we spoke about how I remember we had a big conversation about how certain expansions, they focus on a set number of characters, and we were critical of the characters that were chosen to bring here. I remember we were critical of Cryo because Cryo didn't do anything here. Same with, I think, with Ishola as well, where like you can cut out certain characters and focus on a smaller group to like expand on them a little bit more, and you can split the cast up and have like half here and then the other half in the other area, right? And you can go back and forth and spend time with them separately, but that's not what they're doing. I remember we had a big conversation about it. Yeah, because your sales, she's injured, so she didn't do anything anyway. Like she was here, but she's like had no impact. Yeah, sorry, Yashola. Yeah.
Yashola is like half dead right now.
Yeah, but she literally had zero impact to the story so far. Like, why was she here? Why? Like, it was just a waste.
No. Actually, I don't remember. I'm trying to remember. I don't think she was the one who dispelled the glamour thing. So no, so she had no use.
Yeah. And I think we were talking about Thancred. I think we were talking about Thancred, about how he, because right now we didn't really spend too much time with him previously, and he like his whole thing right now is trying to like redeem himself because of like past actions. Like it would make sense if he was maybe a part of this. Like I don't know, we had a big conversation about things.
He can't be part of things.
Okay.
Because he can't travel, and it just takes too long for him to get anywhere.
Yeah, maybe we should address that in some way.
No, we just leave him be.
Okay.
Just leave him behind.
That which is beyond, one alone may yet be within reach of the many. What are you? Okay.
Started writing
Yoda.
poetry.
What are you talking about?
Alfredo got into writing poems. You know?
Alone beyond one, within many will reach. It's like, okay, thank you. Alfredo, what the fuck are you saying right now?
His brain is fried by now, you know. Too much.
God. Conrad. Got a long road ahead of us, but it all begins with the first step. We'll stay in the reach and rebuild. We'll reinforce our defenses, and if they come again, we'll be ready. I thought we were doing a counter-offensive. Like, what the fuck? What's happening?
Yeah, also, I don't know if they have, like, the resources for the defensive, I'll be honest.
Storm Officer. Like, because don't you remember we were supposed to go to, there's like 5, like, other, like, groups of, like, rebellions, or like 5 other, like, settlements that we're going to go to and join them all, but I guess now we're not doing
I thought that was supposed to be, like, our task, but like, now we're like, no, actually, we're not going to do that. I'm like, okay, so if we're not going to do that, maybe Liz can do that, because she's, like, semi-local, right?
Yeah.
No.
How is Limlane's name? How in Limlane's name do they find the reach? I thought their glamours were impenetrable.
How did we find it?
Maybe it's because people just keep walking in and out of it, and they just noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, very sneaky. Raban. Lies. If there is truth in the rumors, this is not the first time Xenos has spared his foes. They say he abides by an unusual code, and takes pleasure in the fight. Whatever his reasons, we must use this time to our advantage. Officer. I've called upon Stillglade, Fane, to send every available conjurer, no matter how inexperienced, to help the wounded. I pray it will be enough.
Pippin? You forgot Pippin.
Oh, he's so small, I didn't notice him.
You keep forgetting the Lalas. You're like, oh, the Lala fans, they don't
Like, I don't look down, okay? My eye... I look straight ahead. Try to notice these
They're
people.
behind the table, you cannot see them.
I wish you well in your journey, my friend. Let us pray that when we meet again, our fortunes will be much changed. Okay. Alase. Alase is contemplating the logistics of a journey to the Far East.
Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life, there is cause to hope. Our grandfather believed that, and so do I. But before we can forge ties with our friends in the Far East, we must find a way to reach them. Othard is not exactly over the river and through the woods.
One step ahead of you, dear sister. Or rather, Tataru is. But before we discuss that, there is another issue I wish to address. The clothes.
What do you have against my fashion, Alfie?
Calm down, mate. Calm down. Ah. Much as I would like it if we could all make this journey together, someone will need to remain to serve as liaison to the Alliance and to the Resistance during this critical period. Moreover, as Ishtola cannot be left unattended.
Then I should obviously remain. Very well. Issue addressed.
See, this is what we spoke about before, is that why were Ishtola and Kryle brought to this part of the story if they didn't do anything? They did nothing. And now they're just being left behind anyway, so why bring them to begin with? What was the point of that? What, just so we can leave Thancred out? Like that, like what? Like what's that, what?
I don't know.
It's like the writers, they changed their mind on who they wanted to bring into the story before it began.
Like, oh, remember this character? People like this character. Let's bring her along.
But then they don't. Like,
you know what?
shit.
We have no space in the story.
It's like, oh, shit. I forgot to write something for this character. I guess we probably shouldn't bring them along.
I guess she's busy this weekend. You know, Alfino, it would have been quicker just to ask, and markedly less patronizing.
Yeah, yes, I suppose. Would you be willing to look after your Stola and provide support to Arnivold and the others?
Yes, Alfino, I would. You see, that wasn't so hard, was it? Enjoy your trip and don't you dare return with a gift.
Oh, I would not dream of it. Excuse me?
That's a very weird conversation, but sure.
Right then, sister. Light, Liz, gather your things. We are for Limsa Lominsa. But yeah, like even though I don't recall like what our main gripe was, coming into this, I feel like it's more important that Liz spends time here with her people, just so she can create like a more of a connection with them, because that's something that she's lacking right now.
Yeah, like it was specifically mentioned that like they don't necessarily trust her because she was gone for so long and stuff. Like we had the whole arc of that she didn't learn from, by the way, because she was just accepted without like you know, changing anything. But like the thing is that they are trying, like in this expansion specifically, they're trying to paint Liz as like, oh, she like really loves like, you know, her nation, her people, and she wants to be there for them. Like even though she was gone for years, like she like wants to make up for it, and she wants to be part of the rebellion, so she leaves.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like if they want to portray her as that kind of character that wants that cares about her people and that cares about this place, then she should be here. And more importantly, because I remember this is one of our criticisms of the side quests in the previous village, is that she should be going out of her way to like help these people and spend time with these people and understand these people, because the reality is that she wasn't here and she left when she was a kid. So her connection here is like really like it's a very thin one. It's a very thin connection that feels a little bit it doesn't feel very genuine. And
like the thing is I can understand her not realizing that she needs that connection thing, that like she needs to like, you know, actually interact with, like I can understand her not realizing that, which she should after the quest line we had, but as we mentioned, she didn't learn from that quest line. But what is weird is like if it's really that important to her, that's like integral like part of her personality, whatever, then she should be willing to stay here even if we're leaving. Yeah, exactly. Because it's that important.
Yeah, it should be if they want to write it so that she leaves with us and we have like a good enough reason, like, oh, like there's not much you can do here, like there are other people that need us right now, we'll be back, don't worry. Then you're right, like she should be fighting for that, right? Like it should be a difficult decision to make. And we should feel that difficult decision because she's leaving her people who are dying right now to go somewhere else to help other people instead, right? Which would be like a difficult thing to do.
Or not related.
Yeah, well, exactly. So that's like that should be a difficult decision to make, but it isn't. She's like, yeah, let's go.
Because it's not even like she's like picking between like, oh, like she's picking between like saving her nation, like saving Alfino or something. Like no, like this is our people. Like we're going to like help people who are not very connected to us still.
Well, I would say they're more connected to us. They're not connected to her because she wasn't a part of the last
Yeah, but
expansion.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, like as in even less so for her, right? Like for her, she's
Yeah.
even more disconnected than we are
Yeah,
with what's happening.
That's a good
in
point.
the
She
East.
was gone as expansion,
Yeah, exactly. She was gone.
so she doesn't. So she like barely even knows them at all.
Remember Papa Limo? Remember?
Remember Papa Limo?
Remember Papa
Papa
Limo?
Limo died for this.
Why did they kill him off? That was kind of weird. Why'd they do that? That was kind of. Remember that? Remember the reason why they killed him off is because they didn't want to write for his character anymore, basically. Ah, okay. They didn't know what to do with him.
Never forget. Papa Limo died for this.
And they basically killed off Isael? What's her name? Was it Isael? No, Ida. They killed off Ida, but they didn't want to kill
Yeah,
off
in
two
a way they
characters.
killed off Ida, yes.
Well, yeah, but narratively they didn't want to kill off two characters, so they just wrote that they just wrote her into a different character instead of killing her off because it would look weird to kill two characters at once, so they didn't want to write for her, which is why they went in the last expansion.
I'll be honest. I would be fine with Papa Limo and Ida dying together.
I think that would have been
Because
better,
it would be like a good like ending to like emphasize how much they just like relied on each other.
Yeah. I agree. I think, I think that's better than what we got. I think her dying with Papa Limo would have been better than, and then introducing like her sister. Like this character could just actually be her sister. Like there's no reason why.
Yeah, like
we couldn't-
genuinely, it could be her sister with that we
Yeah.
like either found or like she
Living
learned
character
that
here.
Ida is dead and like she just appeared because like she's
Yeah.
mourning her or something.
Exactly.
Something like that.
You could just write her sister into the story as Lise, and we just get introduced to Lise instead of them like narratively killing Ida, but not having the confidence or like the balls to do it and actually just kill her because they were like too scared to. Like it's just
Yeah, I agree. That would be better if we had to go with like killing
Yeah.
of Papa Lemo. I think it would be better to killing them both off and introducing Liz as a new character.
Yeah,
I
100%.
agree.
Because right now the reason why one of the other reasons why we don't like Lise is because she's meant to have had the experiences and everything with being a different person, with being Ida, right? Like with being close with Papa Limo, with all of that. It's like it's hurting the character that she used to be Ida more than helping her.
Yeah, I agree.
Because our issue was that she didn't learn anything from Papa Limo. He died for nothing. Remember that? Remember when he died?
Yeah.
We spoke about how like now she's meant to be taking things more seriously. That's meant to change her character in a positive way, where she's less like again like where she realizes the stakes here because her mentor died and her friend died.
Yeah, because the whole like thing about Papa Lemo dying, if you remember, was that Ida was like very quick to like react. Well, like because the whole
Well,
like
she was being
was
radicalized. Remember, like that was happening.
Yes, that's what I mean. Where like what I mean is like when you had the Griffin who was like trying to radicalize people, and like she was like kind of buying into this.
She
and
was.
Papa Limo was like warning her like to be careful to like not go this way, and like she was like, no, I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah.
So that was the whole point of Papa Limo dying, was to like like kind of shock her to like realize that this is how high the stakes are, and maybe she shouldn't go that way.
Yeah. And she just went that way anyway. Like,
Yeah, she went that way anyway. Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway.
And she learned that. I feel like again, I know we've had rants about this before, but like the biggest issue I think of this expansion, apart from like the whole like character thing is that we constantly have events that are supposed to teach her something, and it doesn't feel like she's learning.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel like anything is changing for her.
Okay, let's go. We're going to Limsa because we're going to catch a boat.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm low-key excited to go to a new area in a boat. Sounds fun. Like we're not gonna teleport there. We're actually gonna take a boat.
Yeah. We go fishing.
Like I appreciate my lore accurate travels. Okay, where are you?
We can like knock Liz into the ocean on the way there.
Yes. I mean, what?
Oh, God. You know what?
Where are
You know what? If especially upstairs, go upstairs. Go upstairs. Upper level is where the Alpino is. I feel like one, Liz should stay behind. I feel like this would be. I know that if you remember, the reason why Thancred isn't with us is because I'm pretty sure Thancred, he's leading the Crystal Braves, right? Like we left him in charge, and he's doing that stuff.
I'll be honest, I don't remember what he's doing.
That's what he's doing. We literally left him in charge of the Crystal Braves. Or they're not called the Crystal Braves, the Scions, right? The Scions of Senthorn.
Yeah, the Scions.
But like he could just leave that. He could leave that to Minfilia's mother, right? Or like whoever. And I feel like it's important for him to come because he's also like meant to be a rogue. Like there was that connection between him and
between him and Yugiri.
Yes, exactly. There was a connection there. So I think it'd be probably interesting. And there's probably a lot of interesting story things if he comes with us.
And we are going there by boat, so it doesn't matter that he can't travel.
Exactly. We're like him. We can't teleport around. So like he
could just go with us. We could just take him.
He should 100%. He should just be like, it would just be better story-wise if he was here.
Yeah, like worst case he just stays there, but like that wouldn't be too bad either because he's a fighter and like he's both a fighter and like I do say something between like a scout and a spy.
Yeah.
Right? Like one of his like main tasks was to get information from places.
Are we going to Doma? Is that what it's called? Is it Doma? No.
I think so, but I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I think we're going somewhere else first, but I don't know.
Regardless, like he has a narratively better connection to that place than Lise does.
And also, I feel like unlike Liz, Thancred is actually developing as a character. As in like, because, you know, when we were introduced to Thancred way on the beginning of Realm Reborn, he was like supposed to be like, you know, he's good at what he does, but he's also like hitting on all the girls and stuff. Like he was that kind of like character. But I feel like because a lot of like stuff happened over time to him, like he became way more serious about what he's doing.
I think
so like he actually has that character progression.
And this is also just another opportunity for him to redeem himself. We spoke about this, but like like he's still. It feels, in my opinion, it still feels like he's trying to do that. And you could either do it in either one, right? Whether it comes to what's happening in Alamigo or what's happening in Doma, just pick and choose. But like one of these would be fitting for him to help other people in need, for like a bit of a greater cause. So like to help.
Yeah, I feel like Doma would be more fitting for him because as you said, like he fits with Yugiri and also like I just think he would do better there.
Yeah, he would.
Like he just fits that place more. And as you said, he could like redeem himself there. Like I do think that's a good opportunity. It would actually be a great narrative to have Liz like redeeming herself in Alamigo and Thancred redeeming himself in Doma. Like you could have like these synchronized timelines of like both people like fighting, you know, for their redemption.
Well, that's like basic story, you know. That's like how you write a basic story is to do that. And I don't know why they're not doing it. Also, what would be really cool is if we're gonna play with it, like in my assumption, okay, if Thancred doesn't get his magic powers back for the entire expansion, it would be cool if like to try to remedy that, it'd be interesting if like Yugiri and like the other rogues or ninjas and stuff, like what they do isn't really magic based. It's like a little bit different. It'd be cool if like if he was interested and either they taught him or he would like pick up what they're doing while going to Doma as well, so that he could find an alternate way.
Be a shinobi.
Yeah, he would just learn to do things in a different way, so he can still be more useful, right? Than relying on magic, because right now he can't use it, right? And maybe he does learn how to use magic again later on, but like in the interim, like this will be like his like kind of like solution or like band-aid solution to that, is to like learn different skills from them as well, in this kind of like journey or adventure or story, right? Like
and just like them, he would be a very useful scout, because as we said, like that was his task before in a way.
Yeah.
Like he was the one getting information.
Yeah. And the problem right now is that what we're saying is like really like basic stuff, as in like this just makes sense like narratively. So I don't know why they're not doing it. Like I know why.
Yeah,
I know why the writer's not doing it. I know.
Yeah, it feels. it feels like those are some like obvious choices writing wise. They just don't.
Right now, it feels like they just really want to write their own new character, and they really like Lise for that, and so that's what they want to focus on, like unironically.
Yeah, but it's like if you like the character, then like write a good story for that character.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean like you liking the character doesn't mean that the character needs more screen time. It needs better screen time.
Yeah, I know. I think that's what it is, though. It feels really amateurish. It's happened in other media before, but I think that's what's happening here. Is that whoever's writing this, or the team of writers, because Lise is a new character for them to like start fresh with, like that's what their focus is on, and that's what they want to write for some reason.
I would almost argue Tancred is also a new character in a way because he had the whole arc of being lost.
Yeah, but
So like I would argue like Tancred, like we don't know much about current Tancred either.
I would like it feels, and we'll see how the expansion plays out. It feels like the current writing team doesn't really have much love for him. Otherwise they would have just brought him along for even the first part. Not even this part. Even the first part where Krylin and Y'shtola didn't do anything, they would have just brought him along and not do anything as well, just to have him if they wanted to. They didn't.
Just bring him along so he can also not do anything.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at least that, right? And they chose not to, which is kind of weird. Like it feels weird, right? Like why? Why was he the only one left out, even when other people weren't doing anything? Like if they didn't want him to do anything, he could have just done nothing with everyone else. they didn't even do that, which is kind of weird, right? Like it's kind of weird. Like it feels like they singled him out a little bit there. We'll see. Please.
Vilbrand was always Y'shtola's domain. I haven't spent much time there, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe she should come with us. maybe she shouldn't have been severely injured. Maybe she should come with us as well. I don't know. Like you wrote to make her injured, so she shouldn't come. She shouldn't come.
Look.
It's kind of weird. I'll say.
I spoke with Urianger and Thancred along the way. To say they were surprised by our stratagem would be something of an understatement, but they did not dispute this logic.
Are they coming with us?
No.
She's like, nah, I just spoke to them. Off screen.
No, I just spoke. Yes.
Don't need to see them.
They don't actually like.
Oh, remember Urianger? Remember all of that? Remember?
Remember how Urianger like double crossed us and stuff?
He betrayed us, and he was working with like the Warriors of Darkness, and there was like all this weird stuff going on where like, holy shit!
Remember how
all
we
that?
almost got killed because Urianger was just playing with people?
Yeah, remember how he literally betrayed us, and we didn't address that at all. Actually, we barely had any interactions with him, despite what happened.
Yeah, and he like. It was never explained. It was just like, yeah, I was just trying to help these people that we don't know, and they almost killed us several times, and then we had to help kill them.
No, they didn't die. Maybe I don't know. We disagreed on
don't
that
know.
as to what happened to them. I assumed that they just got sent back, and we're going to see them again later in the story. And you just assumed.
Yeah,
that
and
they
I
died.
assumed they just dead.
No,
I assumed that they returned to the live stream.
I assumed that they returned to their world, and we're going to see them again in the future with like the multiverse. Like that they're going to go full multiverse on us.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I read this as Tataro should be our ship's captain.
Yes.
Oh, no.
I'm sure Soko would agree.
Tataro should be here any moment with our ship's captain. And then she shows up with like a captain's hat.
And she shows like in the little hat.
Yes.
Like captain hat.
Yes. And then she shows you her ship, and it's like a little rowboat.
Yeah, it's like, I made this myself.
Oh, no. Oh, no. God.
So you're going by sea after all. Is Merwin lending us our peak of the Crimson Fleet?
Not exactly. You're right. Inasmuch as we will be traveling by sea, regrettably it is simply not feasible for an airship to travel such a distance without impossibly large fuel reserves, to say nothing of the inevitability of running afoul of the Empire's aerial defenses. But then it is equally infeasible to sail an Enosin Alliance vessel halfway around the world without the Empire taking it. Are we going into submersible? Are we going to that underwater? Remember, there's like an underwater like city. Are we going there?
Maybe.
We own our own submersible, by the way. We're 3.
We do. They're aptly called as well.
Yes. Which leaves us only one other option. Ah, speak of the devil. Yar.
Yes. Sorry to keep you waiting. May I present to you Captain Cavalain of Kraken's Arms?
Kraken.
Oh, he's again.
Do I know
It's
this
him.
person?
Okay, hold on. Before we do anything, so you know who that is, because I know who that is. Firstly, this is the lover of the other captain.
Ah, yes.
Oh, wait, not the lover. This is the crush of the other
Yeah,
captain.
she has a crush on him.
This is him.
Uh-huh.
But secondly, when we first arrived to Limsa, we have found out that basically what he does is he smuggles spices.
Mhm.
But like, because it's Limsa, like, oh no, he's just a businessman, you know. But he's a smuggler, most likely.
Yeah. Okay.
The Kraken's Arms? Don't tell me you made a deal with pirates.
Everyone here's a pirate. What are you talking
Yeah, like
about?
literally the entire Limsa is pirates. What do you mean?
Greetings and salutations, Scions. I take it from your comrade's tone that you no longer wish to proceed with our proposed arrangement. Not at all, Captain. Not at all. Pray forgive my sister her outburst. She has ever been one to speak her mind, and sometimes she shouldn't. He like looks at her.
Would say that. Alfie would say that, and she would like grab her weapon and be like ready to go.
No. I, on the other hand, am the very soul of discretion, as many well-respected personages would attest, from the offices of the Admiral to the high houses of Ishgard. Oh, damn. He's laying it down.
He's flexing.
But where was I? Oh, yes.
Yeah, hold on. This was important. Because we learned recently that Cavalain is an Ishgardian, I think. Or like he's related to like an Ishgardian family.
Yeah. Like he's like right now he's Alfino, he's also kind of like threatening him a little bit as well. Like it's
Yes,
yeah.
that's what I mean. But like this is why this was important
Yeah.
that he mentioned Ishgard.
But where was I? Oh, yes. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn do indeed still wish to employ your services. However, it is important that you are aware of certain extenuating circumstances. And intent on securing passage to the Far East, you came to us, knowing us to be proud purveyors of said region's finest spices.
Which you steal from God-fearing merchants out on the high seas.
Whatever privateering the Kraken's Arms may or may not engage in is strictly within the limits of the law, as set forth by our indefatigable keeper of the peace. More to the point, we are pragmatists. I see considerable risk in aiding your cause, and negligible profit. Oh, get him, Tataru. Get him.
Like her eyes like shine. Well, I, for one, think the captain has a point. The 5 seas can be extremely treacherous, and many a poor, unfortunate soul has to come grief out there on the waves. Why, when we were in Ishgard, I had the tragical tale of how the heir to House Durandere vanished at sea. Even now, nearly 20 years later, the poor count remains convinced that his son still lives, and would pay a sultan's ransom for news of his whereabouts.
You got me. You really are
like
the
this
devil. It's good. Truly a tragedy for the ages, and a testament to the misfortunes that may befall us should we act without due consideration. But so long as you are prepared to abide the capricious whims of fate, I am willing to oblige you this once. That said, in light of the recent rebellion, I trust you understand that I cannot deliver you to Doma itself. I take you only as far as Kugain in Hingashi. We will require time to procure sufficient provisions and make ready for departure. I humbly suggest you do the same.
I think those names are supposed to be read in Japanese, so it's Kugane. That's what I would say.
Kugain.
Kugane.
Ah.
Okay. But yeah, Tataru is the devil. We knew that.
That was nice. I liked.
I like her eyes just like shining. It's like, yes, I got this.
I think this is why I don't like the writings and interactions between Afino and Cryo, because they had a really like weird like childish like kind of interaction like seconds ago. Like in the story, like writing wise, like seconds ago, we teleport here and then bam, like it's a little bit more sophisticated and there's like a little bit more finesse
and
to
Alfie
it.
is like literally threatening the guy.
Yeah, and this is like a fun dialogue scene, but it gets undercut by like moments like that where like Crowell like and even him like he's treated like a child and he acts like a child as well. Like it isn't just like one way. Like they write him to be a little bit more childish whenever like talking to her, and it's like it just feels a little bit.
Yeah,
it feels like we should be past that, especially after Heaven's Ward. Like we should be past that.
Yeah.
Stuff. Like in the beginning, it's
I
fine.
understand.
But, like, yeah.
I understand why it happens because he is still fairly young and like he sees her as a teacher, so like it's weird for him to now be like equal with her, which is something I have experienced before, to like get to know a teacher like, you know, when I was way older. But yeah, he acts very like it's like an ongoing thing where you have like Alfino as like, you know, the kid, and then Alfino as like actual like cunning smart leader kind of thing. It's like,
but like they keep writing it like that, and I don't think they need to. I think like in the beginning it's fine. I think at this point, or hopefully soon, they get rid of that, because I feel like enough has happened where he should be grown out of that by now. I mean, I say that a lot has happened, but very little has happened with Cryo. Like I personally, I still don't fully understand why they introduced her, as she has provided very little to the main story so far. But like maybe that's what they're waiting for.
It's fine to introduce her, but like she doesn't have to be part of all the events.
Yeah.
Like that's the problem. That like as you said, like we're taking all these characters on a journey, and like it doesn't feel like some of them are actually contributing to it.
Yeah.
And even here you had a great example where you had like the whole conversation and Liz contributed nothing.
Yeah,
she had no idea what's going on.
It's kind of weird that she was just standing there. Anyway. Tataru.
Hold on, I was hydrating.
Okay.
The poor little boy has only seen 14 summers when he left Ishgard. Can you imagine what it must have felt like to finally be free to explore the world, unbeholden to all the stuffy traditions of the Holy See? Such a shame that he never returned home. Without him, the Count de Durandere must look elsewhere for a successor. And the good Lord, Janekinard, is one step closer to being the next in line.
This.
Do we know that? I'm not sure what just happened. I could have sworn he was about to turn us away, but then he changed his mind?
Let's say.
Shirita is clueless. Blackmail, is it? This is a dangerous game the two of them are playing. What guarantee do we have that Kavarian won't just throw us overboard?
The thing is that they don't have to write her like that, is the problem. Like, yes, they're portraying her as being clueless. I don't know why they're doing that. They don't need to write her that way, you know? Like, this is a decision made by the writers. This isn't like, you know...
I mean, there's a whole problem of Liz and even Ida, that she was never written to be very smart. And, like, they just continue that. Yeah, she just doesn't seem very smart.
Well, I mean, for Ida it was fine because that's what Papa Limo was for. Like he was meant to be
Yeah,
like
because like he was
yeah.
like taking care of her because she was like kind of childish, so
Yeah.
like he had to be there to like watch over her. But now she was like that was the like also at the point of like the Papa Limos death is like, oh, now she actually has to mature, like she actually
That's
has to like
Yeah,
start
that's what I
thinking
mean.
about stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I don't know why they're still writing her like that when she's supposed to grow as a character and no longer be like that. Is what I'm getting at. Like, she's supposed to be getting past that, and I'm sure she will by the end of the story, by the end of the expansion. But like, you know, Papa Limo's dead. Like
Yeah,
like a
she's
lot
been
has
dead for a while.
So a lot has happened. So you'd expect some change in the character and their demeanor and how they act. Anyway, off you know. Suddenly, all those hours that little passed cavorting and capering at the Forgotten Night seem rather better spent, do they not? That said, I'd intended to press the point more obliquely, and there was something disconcerting about the pleasure that little took in making Captain Carvalane squirm. Ah, it's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Ah, it's fine.
She definitely doesn't have any hooks on you. Wait.
I've been thinking of ways you might pass the time. I say we should heed the captain's advice and attend to our own preparations while they ready the vessel for departure. Thataro and I will procure the necessary supplies. Alice, I should be grateful if you would use the time to brief or Ranger on recent developments. You may also wish to review the relevant safety procedures in the event of an emergency at sea.
How very prudent of you. Very well, I shall go and speak with him. What of Milika and Liz?
I'd like the two of you to return to Revenant's Toll and speak with our Domin allies. I fear we know too little of their homeland, and any information they can provide would be most welcome. When we have completed our respective tasks, we will reconvene here at the ferry docks. Agreed?
Sounds like a plan. Let's go, Milika.
Maybe pick up Thancred on the way? Maybe?
Nah, he's too busy with his squirrel.
What's happening with the squirrel?
They're
No.
friends.
Okay. It's true. They went through a lot together.
The squirrel saved him
Did.
multiple times
Yes.
from being exposed.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. It's his best friend.
Squirrel was just protecting his nuts.
Yeah. And the squirrel is always there for him, unlike a lot of others.
It's true. It's very true.
A true friend indeed.
It was this.
Well, here we are. We'll need to talk to lots of people, so I think we should split up. I'll ask around at the House of Splendors. You take the Rising Stones. I'll meet you here after. Got it?
We're heading inside. Okay. Speak to Homie. Tell me when you're ready.
Ah, I forgot homie.
You are
Okay.
truly planning to travel to Doma. I don't know what to say. Forgive me. I shall aid you to the best of my ability. Ours is a beautiful land, nestled on the eastern coast of Othard. Along the banks of the One River, our nation thrived, proud and free, until the Gallians came 25 years ago. The river was our lifeblood, free to travel and to fish, but travel was soon restricted, and now the river belongs to none. Sildor. If Doma knows peace in our time, I should like to see it with my own eyes. Perhaps partake of these hot springs Homie tells me of. Higiri.
Greetings, Milika. What brings you to Toll this day? What? You are for Doma? Heavens. Your science have shown us naught but kindness, but never in my wildest dreams did I imagine you would fight for our homeland. For 25 years we suffered under their tyranny. And then we spied an opportunity. The Emperor, dead. Garlemald in house. It seemed the time was ripe. Beneath our Lord's banners we gathered, and fought to reclaim our nation. But when Xenos arrived with the 12th Legion, it was over in an instant.
Femi.
Tatarus entrusted me with the reminder of her responsibilities in her absence. Should you require aught, pray do not hesitate to ask. Oh, it's time to speak with Kozan.
Don't worry. Naught would bring me greater joy than to join you on your journey. However, Lady Ugiri made it clear that we were to remain here and safeguard the community we have built. Okay. Kozan. What is it, my friend? You look as though you have something to ask. That you go to join Ugiri and Gosetsu in the fight fills me with such joy. Ah, forgive my exuberance. You require information, yes? We of the Nagae clan served Doma faithfully for generations. Oh, Nagae? Nagae clan? Yeah? Served Doma faithfully for generations. My ancestors held positions within Doma Castle. Doma Castle even. Now it is home to the Imperial Viceroy Witch and her host of men and Magitech. To think that what was once the shining symbol of our heritage and the seat of dear Lord Kain has become a den for Gallian dogs. Is that everyone?
Hold on, what witch? This is the first time we hear about the witch.
Yeah, it would be nice to hear more about her, but I would assume that is who the Viceroy left in charge while he was going, you know, to Little Alamigo. To Alamigo even. But yes, this is the first we're hearing of such a person. Head outside.
Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? The older Domas I spoke with tried to teach me all about Far Eastern customs and the importance of formality and politeness. I'd like to think yours can be just as stiff and stuffy as anyone, especially guardians. But anyway, did you know they eat with sticks? It wasn't all that hard actually, or at least that's what I thought until they told me I was holding them wrong. And then when I spoke with the younger Domas, they just rolled their eyes and told me it was all a load of stupid old... Huh?
I like to believe like she was like stabbing like the sushi and like
just like grab it like I don't know. What do you get? Like a knife?
Yeah.
Like you not like a fighting, like a dagger?
Yeah.
You just like stab the sushi?
Yes, yeah. Like a stick. Yeah, like you just stab it.
You're laughing, but I've seen someone eat like that. I have met a person who had no idea about chopsticks and would stab the food and eat like that. Wow, what you learned sounds a lot more useful. Unless someone invites us for dinner, of course. I hope they do.
Liz thinks it's time to return to Limsa Lominsa. I'm just not talking to Thancred. I'm just...
Nah.
The man just, they just forgot about it. Yeah, they just forgot about it.
He's walking his squirrel. Right. No point waiting around here, is there? We should head back to Limsa Lominsa. Alfino said to meet at the ferry docks, I think.
Oh, look, it's tank program.
Tank program. I haven't seen him in so long.
Like, they're making sure he grows big and strong.
I'm glad that. Yeah, I'm glad they're watering him so he's big and strong. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been laying here all day. You don't want him to like get dehydrated.
Nah.
I like how she's looking at him too. Like she looks very concerned. So I have a question before we get there. Do you think we will actually be on the ship or will it be just fast travel?
I think this is going to be a cutscene.
A cutscene?
Yeah. Tataro.
A surfeit of sumptuous food, wondrous sundries, plenty of clean undergarments. Yes, I do believe we have everything we need for a lengthy voyage.
Okay. This.
It's times like this I'm glad we've got Tataro taking care of business.
Say.
An army marches on its stomach. Tataro took the lesson to heart.
Ah. You have returned, Light. I trust you learned much from our Doman friends in Revenant's Toll. I'm eager to hear all, though that can wait until we have left port. We'll have enough time to talk on our journey to Kugane. Our spice trading friends have completed their preparations. Assuming you have completed yours, you may inform the deckhand that we are ready to depart. I think...
he looks trustworthy.
I think this is probably a good place to stop.
No, but I want to see the new place.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that we can start the next episode with the new place.
But I wanted to see what the ship looks like.
Yeah, it's something to look forward to. So we can start off with the journey to the east, to Kugane.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
I don't like cliffhangers.
Yeah, it'd be a nice way to start. We're journey.
Sure.
Journey to the east.
Sure.
There you go.
Sure.
Also, it does feel like the writers they want nothing to do with Thancred. I'll be honest. Like it feels, Like when I don't know if you noticed, but whenever we talk about the writing in Final Fantasy XIV, a lot of it does feel like a little bit outside of the story. Like there are other reasons for things happening more often than not.
Rather than the story going that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that, we're done. It's a nice little catch up. I feel like we had to refresh ourselves a lot, but it does mean that the next time we play, we're for the most part kind of caught up with how we feel of what's happening, and we can just play.
Yeah, and I mean we will be in a new location anyway.
Yeah. So it'd be a good way.
Everything will be decently fresh.
Yeah. Good way to continue the story. There you go.
Okay.
We are progressing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're making progress.
We made a little bit of progress.
Yeah, exactly. Remember we found the chemical weapons? And,
I don't know if I want to remember that.
And we have like a super fan that calls us Griffin's Bane for some reason, even though it's very inappropriate as a name for to call someone. It feels really weird.
It's kind of disturbing, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Because specifically considering that that he killed himself.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just not appropriate. It's just not appropriate at all. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
And also it was in general it was a huge tragedy because a lot of people just died.
That's what I mean. It's just not appropriate at all. I don't understand why they did that. It's It's just really weird. Especially considering apparently she's like a historian as well. Like she's like...
Yeah, so she should know the best what happened.
Yeah. She should know better. She doesn't. It's kind of weird.
And it's specifically mentioned that like she thinks it's a really good nickname, but as for some reason other people don't agree.
Yeah, it's just a really weird decision to write her like that. It's just really weird. It's really weird. Yeah, we'll see if we encounter her again. I'm sure we will.
I'm sure we will. At some point, she will be back.
I'm not convinced just because she's a part of a side quest, but it's also an important side quest because it's like it was for an ethereal current, so like people have to do it if they want to fly. So it's like it's almost like a mandatory side quest, almost. So
yes, it's like a mandatory side quest.
Yeah,
I agree. But also because like she may be like you know like a reoccurring character that's just like, oh, remember her, like remember like the records, like oh, here's another like chapter of the records.
Yeah.
Like I would expect that some build may happen.
Yeah. Well then, with that, we're done. We're done for today. A bit of a shorter stream, but I do expect the next time. I mean, we had some technical issues too early on as well, but next time we'll be able to jump in and embrace the story.
Yes, we will be going into a new location. So we will be learning together about the new place.
Do you think there's a chance that we board the ship and Thancred shows up at the last minute and joins and like hops on?
He like jumps and like swims to the ship. He's like, don't forget about me.
Don't leave me.
Don't leave me.
Ah.
And like the squirrel is like on his head as he's swimming.
Yes, exactly. Could happen. It could happen.
It could happen.
Yeah.
Could happen.
It's possible. Alright.
But to be fair, I don't know. I feel like it's also possible that he would stay behind because of Ishtola, because he's more connected to Ishtola. Like personally.
Well, then they should say that.
Yeah, they're like, don't worry about it. That it's just there. It's fine. At least they talk to them.
Like, don't worry about it. He's not important. It's okay. Okay.
That's what it feels like, yeah. It's like he should be. Like, you literally made him like semi-villain of Realm Reborn. He should be important. But I guess not.
Remember Urianger? Remember that? It's crazy.
Remember Urianger?
It's crazy.
Remember how we never addressed Urianger? Just, you know,
never addressed
casually.
It was a pretty big deal as well. Pretty big deal. It's part of the main story.
He literally, yeah, it's not even this like, oh, like we feel betrayed by Urianger. He literally gave an assignment to people to kill us.
Yeah.
He literally made an order to kill us.
It's crazy.
It's like, what if they succeeded?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine.
I feel like that's a pretty big deal. And
nah.
Meanwhile, we're just like, no, yeah, it's fine. Just keep doing what you were doing. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
It does seem like the writers don't know what to do with that character. That's why they're literally just ignoring him. Just like Thancred. They just don't know what to do with the characters. They just don't know. Just ignore it.
Just so why? Because like there's so much there that you could like explore, that you could like continue, that you could like, you know, weave into what is happening right now, and they just don't.
Okay. Well, with that, nice watching, everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week with some more Final Fantasy XIV. This should be the time slot for that. So every week at this time, at this day, we should be streaming some Final Fantasy XIV, unless something happens, but for the most part, this should be a regular thing. We might be able to do this more regularly in March. Like, if our schedule opens up a little bit more, then most likely we will try to do this more often, but for now, at least once a week.
Yeah, for now we scheduled Wednesdays to be our Final Fantasy stream, so if you are interested in following us, our adventures, then make sure to check that there. Also, if you want to check out the VODs, they are both on Twitch and on YouTube.
There you go. There you go.
So you can check them there.
Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
See you
We'll see you
next
guys next time. Bye.
Bye.